Just north of us lies a vacation playground, rich with puzzle-like shorelines, alpine meadows crowned with glaciers and rainforest valleys. Welcome to PDXposed. I'm Shel Bailey.
And I'm John Olson. If you haven't been to the Olympic Peninsula, you are definitely going to want to check it out after watching this episode of PDXposed. The people of Port Townsend and Port Hadlock opened up their towns and their hearts to us, and it's going to show.
It was a fantastic trip. We had so much fun, and it was a great opportunity for your mom. John's mom made her first appearance on PDXposed. We all got dressed up in Victorian outfits and had a great time in Port Townsend.
We had loads of fun all over the Olympic Peninsula, and we had so much fun. There's so much to show you. We captured so much footage that I think we should get out of here and let these guys enjoy the show.
Right on. We'll be right back. The Init Port Hadlock has a long and interesting tribal history. The land around Port Hadlock has been occupied for almost 12,000 years by coastal Salish Indians.
It does kind of feel like we're still in the Old West because there's a lot of development that still needs to be in this area. We take an early 1900s alcohol plant and try to make a resort out of it. The unique room shapes that you get is what makes us the identity. The room shapes are so different, but pretty much the same colors on the inside, but each room is considerably different. Well, we've got an excellent waterfront dining. One of the few restaurants in the area that actually have the waterfront dining.
The first course I'm going to do for you tonight is our crab cakes. And then we're going to go ahead and fry our calamari rings. Pretty fast-paced kitchen sometimes, so watch close.
It's only a small bit, a little bit of what they do here at the Init Port Hadlock. Now the main attraction is all of this art. What's the reasoning behind this? How did this develop?
Well, it was a vision of the new owner who purchased it about 4 years ago, Paul Christensen of Vancouver, Washington. He wanted to put a destination to this destination resort, and we've been able to produce the peninsula's largest contemporary art gallery, about 4,000 square feet of show space.
These pieces are selected through national and regional talent. This is actually her self-portrait. This is her tattoo on her back, and it's her painting. That's a piece I would love to have in my home. Yeah, this is Sarah Hall. She's out of Portland, Oregon. She's fantastic. And behind that is Diane Ainsworth's piece. She's a local artist in Port Townsend. This piece is by Christopher Kurtz. He's a extremely talented sculptor working in wood.
We came across this piece, which is very moving. This has a lot of movement. We're here with the artist.
This is one of a group of paintings that I've been doing for the last few years based on moving water themes. The general sensation of moving water can be translated without even seeing something. Everybody's seen moving water, so sure. I take that notion and then the painting is created very intuitively. I'm not referring to anything directly.
So this is fitting. We are now at the end of our tour, and we're in front of Janelle's piece. Janelle, tell me about this.
I work in what's called photogram photography. I use photosensitive papers. I print through liquids. Each piece is unique. It's all about kind of finding your own meaning in art for me. It doesn't necessarily have to be a place that you purchase, but it's important to feed the soul, to feed the eyes.
The staff at the Init Port Hadlock is truly hooking us up this trip. Tonight we go in motion in Port Townsend Bay aboard the Sing-A-Wing. Let's go meet Matt, the skipper, and take some Sailing 101. Standing here with Matt, the owner of this incredibly beautiful sailing vessel.
It was in Canada, and we brought it down, and we've been doing a lot of work to it, bringing it back into shape. It had been abandoned for almost 5 years with the yacht broker, and they don't do very much maintenance to them. They just kind of let them fall apart while they're trying to sell them. So
with the Canadian dollar, it was probably like, what, $100 or something?
Yeah, it was, well, nowadays it was more like $2,000.
The sails are just like wings, except they're vertical, okay? And what we're doing essentially is pivoting the boat under the sails, keeping the sails in the same relative position to the direction of the wind.
We have the foresails are the mainsail, the staysail, the forestaysail, and the genoa, which rides up front. They're smaller sails, and it's easier to work the smaller sails than it is on a large boat. Would have two big, huge sails. It would be harder for two people to control. So now we're going to pull out this sail.
Everything's alright. Everything in its own time. Everything's alright. Everything in its own time. Everything's alright. Everything in its own time.
We have arrived safely at the Ajax dock here in Port Hadlock. It's the Ajax dock because that's the place we're going to dinner. What a perfect way to be delivered. Thanks, you guys. See you guys.
Bye.
It's a haberdashery, it's a restaurant, it's an entirely full, fun dining experience. It's the Ajax restaurant right here in the Bay in Port Hadlock, and we're with Eileen, who's one of the co-owners of this. Almost everybody in this place is wearing a hat, and if they're not by the end of the night, when we get done with them, they probably will be, I'm guessing.
The hat started out about 9 or 10 years ago with a group of motorcycle women that came in, and there was just a few hats in the women's bathroom, and they asked if they could wear them for the night. So they said yes, and from there it just kind of, they had so much fun with them that we started collecting them.
This is the hat I selected, by the way. People dig this hat.
The food is wonderful, the ambiance, the service, and it's got kind of a casual, fun atmosphere.
It's all in the way you see it, it's all in the way you see it, my friend.
What's hot to relax the back today? The Contour Sleeper Sofa. This is a super comfortable chair, but watch how easy Stu here turns it into a bed.
These are beautifully designed sofas. They come in all sizes, from a cot size to a king. It's high-density memory foam. They're so easy to operate. No more chain link fence to lie on, no more bar at your back.
Even a caveman can do it?
Hop on and enjoy.
Oh, wow, this is comfortable. I can only see one problem, Stu.
What's that?
If I get one of these, how am I ever going to get my guests to leave?
I don't know.
For more information on the Contour Sleeper Sofa and other products from Relax the Back, dial the number on your screen.
This is Governor Ted Kulingoski, and you're watching PDXposed.
My name is Pete Hankey, and I'm the owner of Puget Sound Express, a whale watching and passenger ferry service here in Port Townsend, Washington. And this morning we're going to be running from actually Port Hadlock down in the south end of the bay up to Port Townsend in the background here.
We're on our way to Port Townsend to learn more about the Victorian Festival.
It's held every year the third weekend in March. It's quite the party. And we're heading there nautical style, courtesy of PS Express. So if you're going to make a fire on board the PS Express, you got to do it in this bucket right here. See, that's the fire bucket. That's where you make the fire, right here.
Rock the boat.
Don't rock the boat, baby.
Rock the boat.
Don't rock the boat, baby.
Rock the boat.
Don't tip the boat over.
Rock the boat.
Don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat.
Yes, it's busy out here, isn't it? Wow.
I like this place.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to this historic Palace Hotel. My name is Isabella.
Isabella, I'm John. Pleasure to meet
How
you,
do you
Isabella.
do, John? We're happy to have you here.
Happy to be here.
I'd like you to meet someone, John. Miss Kitty, would you please come over? Miss Kitty will take care of all your needs.
All my needs.
All your needs. Miss Kitty? I am Miss Kitty. I am the madam of this establishment. I see you have met one of my girls.
Yes.
Trust me, we will be able to take care of all. Come with me. Let me show you our upstairs and all our rooms where our girls stay.
Your girls?
Yes. Well, we actually prefer to call them ladies. Ladies of the night.
What about the morning?
Oh, yes, ladies of the morning, too.
What about the afternoon? That's my favorite time.
Honey, we can do ladies of the morning as well.
So who's this beautiful lady?
This is Miss Marie. She was the former madam here. I was happy enough to take her place. She does come by occasionally just to check in on me, to make sure I'm doing a good job and taking care of her girls.
Which one do I get?
Well, what are you looking for?
Ah, so much. My list is a mile long.
Would I do?
I think you would.
All right, then I know exactly what room we can go to.
Shall we?
I'm sitting here with Tim Stover, who's the co-director for the Victorian Festival. Tim, can you also tell me about the maritime history of Port Townsend?
Well, yes. We all try to take ourselves back and put ourselves in this perspective of citizens in the 1880s. And the Palace, we have an ongoing card game each day for photo ops. Visitors can interact with the card players.
This man cheating over here.
He is. Look at him.
Look at this.
He's got a whole
I
bunch
saw
of
you
them
down there with that car.
well
Oh,
done.
I saw you down here.
I make the rules.
Oh,
I'm the dealer.
I'm gonna hang you. Throw him out of town. Get him out of here.
The Holly Hill House is one of the historical bed and breakfasts located in the uptown part of Port Townsend. Before lunch, let's take a tour.
Don't go away. PDXposed from Port Townsend. We'll be right back.
I'm Sean Alexander, and you're watching PDXposed.
So we're at the bar where they filmed Officer and a Gentleman, and strangely enough, they got a beer called Strange Brew, which is one of my favorite movies. The Bob and Mackenzie brothers, then. Kind of weird. I don't know. Officer and Gentleman, they don't have a beer, but Strange Brew does at the Officer and Gentleman bar. I don't know.
We're here with Skip, the official brewmaster for the Water Street. What's the official name of this place?
Water Street Brewing and Ale House. And this is where all the beer goes after we're done brewing it in the kettle, the mash tun. You can see right down here where it's bubbling away.
So is that like fresh beer?
That's fresh beer. We brewed this one yesterday and that one today. So, I can use beer for trade and things like that if I need some work done and fixing things. You can always say, hey, we'll give you some beer. And so,
beer for trade. That's fantastic. It looks like I'm drinking the wrong thing. Let's go get some.
We're here with John, who actually was in the movie Officer and a Gentleman. John, what's up, my man?
Hello, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Tell us about your experience in the movie. What role did you play?
Well, I was in about a 7-second section about 3/4 of the way through the movie when Richard Gere DOR'd and took off and went running down the side, and I was in the background with my friend Mark Capriotti walking in the background.
John, thanks a lot, man.
You're welcome.
Congratulations. You're the only guy here tonight who was in the movie, so we're honored to have you on the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Buy you a drink?
No, I got one.
So what kind of name is Bailey?
Mostly Irish. What kind of name is Olsen?
My mother was Irish, Dad was German, and the Olsen part is the wee bit of that rape and pillage in Norwegian.
So where are you from? Only the Norse?
Everywhere. Nowhere.
Seriously?
Born in South Dakota, went to school in Nebraska, Europe, joined the Navy, spent some time in Japan, Indonesia, Philippines, and ended my tour in Moscow.
Wow. I've spent my entire life in Washington. Wait a minute. There's no naval base in Moscow.
No.
So you got a girl, Oli?
No, and I ain't looking for one either.
Well, what are you looking for?
Well, I know about all you girls. You come to these places, you're all looking for husbands.
What's that mean?
Really? Why not?
Well, I'm just here to meet interesting people and, better myself.
So what do? Are you a student?
No, I have a job. I'm the co-host for a TV show called PDXposed. It's a real good job. And actually my plan is to save money so that I can visit that naval base in Moscow.
So does this job pay well?
No, not so much, but I am learning a lot.
Well, listen, when you do get a job that pays some money, look me up, and maybe we can hook up. My buddy needs a drink. I got to roll, but it's been a pleasure chatting with you, Private Bailey.
Likewise.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And by the way, you look very nice tonight. On our Rockstar Northwest Music segment, we have Lucius Clay here from Port Townsend. Introduce yourselves. Tell us what you play.
I'm Sean. I play the bass.
Tim Halpin, play guitar.
Peter Lack. I'm keyboard player.
Frank DePalma, I'm drummer.
Lucius Clay. What does it mean?
Oh, it's a pretty long story.
We've got the time.
We Googled it, and basically one of the things that came up was an ex-World War I general who actually, after the war, had this big fleet of dirigibles.
The gallery's chatting over here.
The old guy that lived in the woods in the Charlie Daniels Band song, The Legend of Woolly Swamp. So
describe your music, because I've heard it described as electro-funk rock.
We're a funky dance band, a lot of different twists and turns in the music there, and like to get people out there moving. That's our goal, to keep the dance floor going, you know.
The Dalai Lama song is cool, and you guys actually got to present it to the Dalai Lama, I read. Tell us about that.
Yeah, a friend of mine's, a friend of a friend who was a consultant to the Dalai Lama, actually, they were going to Tibet to do some meditation training or, spiritual training. And I handed him a CD. I said, if you're going to Tibet and you're going to be around the Dalai Lama, please have him bless this. And so actually when they were done with their meditation, there was a little break. He walked up, he said, I want to present you with this. Can you bless this one? I want to give you this as a gift. And apparently he took it and said, oh, cool, I like, I'm digging electro-funk rock these days. And
did you say that exactly?
Something like that. And
translate it that way.
And and he said, let's take it a little listen.
Carrying the weight of the world on my shoulder. It's getting kinda heavy now that I'm older. So I grabbed me a plane and flew to Tibet. I hiked up the hills with a Sherpa named Ted. And there I met a man who gave me a clue. They called him a llama, but he was no fool. He said life is all around in the birds and the trees, flowing like the big Mississippi. And all you gotta do is jump in with both feet, go with the flow and groove to the beat. I said, I know he's the man with the long robe and a spiritual plan. Gonna show me the Buddha, and the Buddha gonna smile and take my hand.
Thanks for joining us on this special episode of PDXposed. We hope you enjoyed joining us on our journey up to the beautiful Olympic Peninsula, a travel destination that I'm definitely going back to.
Absolutely. And we want to be sure and thank our sponsors, Relax the Back, American Laser, and the Showroom.
And Comcast, Latitudes, and our good friends over at London Influence.
Be sure, everybody, to visit PDXposed.com and enter to win a $1,500 gift certificate to American Laser. It's free and it's easy to enter.
And for the next 3 months, we're going to give one away per month, free, easy. Go to PDXposed.com now, and you might be the winner.
Thanks, everybody, for spending your time with us. We'll see you next time on PD Exposed.
Make good memories, everybody. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Comcastix. Pronounce that word correctly. I'm John Olson, your host, coming to you from Washington, or is it Washington? I'm not sure, but that's exactly what this game's all about. Let's meet our contestants. Your name is?
I'm Shell.
Hi, Shell. How are you? Excellent.
My name's Troy.
Troy. Okay, you guys know the rules. I'm going to give you a word. If you're going to pronounce it correctly, the winner gets this fantastic green frog. Next word.
Oh, yeah, you just wanted to ring the bell.
Squim is exactly right. Troy, 2. Shell, 0. Shell, let's get with the program. Okay, this is a very simple one. If you don't get this right, then you are a hello, sir.
That's Tracy.
Tracy?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me over there?
No.
What, are you from Jersey or something?
No, it kind of looks like Tracy to me,
Oh,
Testivus.
Is that right?
So wait, so he gets a point anyway, is that right?
Yes, he does. No, that's not right. It's Calutus. Thanks for coming, though. Seriously, turtle wax for you for a week. Stylicum.
You win the frog.
I win the frog. Thanks for coming, everybody. I am the grand prize winner. It's not so light. It's kind of heavy. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to win the turtle wax. I'm going to win the frog. I'm going to win it all. Thanks for coming. Bye.